Hey, I'm Finn Wolfhard, and these are my 10 updated essentials. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I just wanted this. This is not an essential. I mean, it's an essential now that I have it. I really like Columbo. I've seen like scattered episodes, but I love it every time I watch it. I wanna watch the entire thing. And then I just thought about like, I wonder if they could get me a Columbo box set. And they did. It's the complete series. Like I was at a friend's house, my friend Colin and Andrew in Chicago, and they're like, you've never seen Columbo? I was like, no. And we just had this night where we watched like a bunch of Columbo episodes, and it was so fun. And for whatever reason, it just stuck in my head. And when I was asked to go on the show again, this was the thing that popped into my head and what I wanted to ask for. So, how do you fucking close this? So that's Columbo. This is a DVD of the Simpsons movie. I'm a gigantic Simpsons fan, but like as a whole, I feel like the first, whatever, like 8 seasons are the best, and then the Simpsons movie was the thing that kind of like capped it off. I mean, I love this movie, and I won't get tired of it. It's one of my favorite openings to any movie of all time, where Homer Simpson tells the audience that they're idiots for watching the Simpsons movie, basically.
Favorite Simpsons episode?
Top of my head, favorite Simpsons episode, Homer Simpson versus the city of New York City. We're here at like where that episode takes place. Well, that's one that comes to my head, but there's so many. There's hundreds of episodes that I love. This is a YETI thermos. I was shooting a music video in the Rockies in Alberta, and I really had never been like exposed truly to the elements before, but this was the time where I actually felt like I was in like a National Geographic or like nature documentary, and I was terrified because I was really excited to be in that environment, obviously, but also it's cold as hell. Bought as much thermal gear as I possibly could and layered up, and then got this YETI thermos, and it honestly really saved me. It's like keeps stuff warm for so long, and I would fill it up with warm water in the morning and it would keep me going throughout the entire day. So it kind of saved my ass like many times on that shoot. This is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Natalia Dyer, who's on Stranger Things with me, she has some beautiful watches, and when we finished the show, you know, after a year of filming, it was our last season, so it was a big milestone, I think, for everyone, and Natalia and I are very close, and she came to set and just like gave me a little bag with a letter that was to me, that was like a very personal, sweet letter, and this is what was with it. It's one of my prized possessions, and I wear every day. But it's just like a really classic watch. When it comes to like older Rolexes, I guess, you know, obviously a Rolex is a Rolex, like they're a little more expensive, but this one I think specifically is a bit less expensive than the classic Rolexes. So it was definitely meaningful, super special, and one of my favorite items that I have. Yeah, Joe Keery got a sticker and I got the watch. You know, who's the favorite? Okay, this is a Contax T3. Last time I was on this show, I was shooting on a T2, and I've shot on a bunch of different Contax. This is still like a big part of like traveling for me. I'll want to get the city that's around me, so I'll just try to walk around and take photos of the city or whatever's around me. And then sometimes I'll take like portraits of friends. For whatever reason in the last few years, I've just been super into taking, landscape shots. So Joe is like an amazing photographer, actually. Last year, when we were shooting Stranger Things, he shot so much. He had like a Leica that he was shooting that was a digital Leica. It was like black, that he shot in black and white, and a bunch of like point and shoot cameras that he would cycle through. And then on set, he actually had so many photos that he made a zine out of it and like made it as the wrap gift to the crew and to the cast, which is really awesome. I think they'll come out like when the show comes out, just because there's so much spoiler stuff, but I'm excited for people to see those photos. Okay, beta blocker. No, this is propanolol. I found this out, I guess, years ago. It's a beta blocker, so it's like usually, I guess, used for people with high blood pressure, but people with anxiety or people that like are nervous about public speaking take it a lot because it slows their heart rate down and like it cuts the symptoms of like physical anxiety down. And I just thought, if I'm going on a show where I'm talking about my essentials, I'm gonna tell the truth. When needed, I'll take it, but I won't take it obviously like every day. It's only really when I have something that's like making me super nervous coming up. I'll take it before I perform sometimes, like on stage with my band or like by myself. I'm also, you know, naturally a very anxious person, so listen, it could just be grocery shopping. This is The Knicks by Nathan Hill. This is a book that I read over and over and over again last year. It's definitely one of the best books I've read, and I just love the characters in it so much. The book is just basically about this kid whose mom abandons him at a very young age. He grows up to sort of be this meandering older guy who teaches at a community college. He basically recognizes his mom in the news because after she abandoned him, she became this radical political activist. And he sees an opportunity essentially to not only kind of exploit her by writing a book about her, but also kind of as an excuse to like get to know his mom that abandoned him. The book is just about like reconnecting with family and your, I guess, biological roots and how they affect you as a person and how much of your life is like nature versus nurture. And yeah, I love it. This is a MacBook and it's got Logic on it. This is like the DAW that I've used basically the entire time I've made music. Now I use a lot of analog stuff, so I've been using tape and recording a cassette. Sometimes those break down and aren't as reliable as something like this. And I just love Logic. I don't know if it's like the Starbucks of like music production, you know, software, but it really has always worked for me and it always made sense to me because also like the first songs I ever recorded were on GarageBand, and this is basically just GarageBand on steroids. And then these are my headphones. They're the AirPod Maxes. I don't mix with this or anything. This is separate from music production. This is more just what I listen to music on when I'm like out and about. I haven't found any like Bluetooth wireless headphones that sound as good as these do. And they're like very comfortable, and they also block out noise in an awesome way. Like if you're on a plane or on, you know, on a train or any kind of automobile. But yeah, love these headphones. So this is an empty Ridge wallet. I have one of these, and I was going on a promotional tour for the film that I co-directed and left my house super confident, being like, man, for the first time in a long time, I feel like I've just got everything. Like I've packed everything so right, and realized by the time I was on the plane that I'd forgotten my wallet at my house. So this entire trip, I've just been like, just passport as my ID and just kind of like Venmoing people basically. But I like realized how truly, obviously, like much of an essential it is, specifically the Ridge wallet, and I'm not sponsored by them. It sounds like I am. I, for years, had this like old hand-me-down like Roots wallet that was super thick, and it was so heavy that I would put it in my pants and it would like literally make my pants fall down. It was like a joke amongst like me and my friends that I just had this like old man wallet that was literally falling apart. And then I got one of these, and it's so small and sleek and like super easy to travel with. And it kind of legitimately did like change my day-to-day. It's just two pieces of metal stuck together with some cards in between. And that's kind of all I need. This is my baseball cap. It's like a vintage South Park hat. Like South Park is also just a gigantic inspiration, so integral to my childhood and life. My co-director of the film that I directed, Billy Brick, got this for me for my birthday a few years ago. It's my favorite hat that I wear everywhere. It has like this old Comedy Central logo at the back, which I think is like the coolest version of that logo. It's a show that I will never get sick of watching. I'll go back and watch the same episodes over and over and over again. Sometimes like I'll actually enjoy and get more inspiration like watching South Park or watching like old episodes of The Simpsons sometimes than I do from like watching sometimes like new movies. I have these like brown Wrangler pants that I've literally worn for the last 4 years, and there's just something about them that work for me. I don't know. They just like hug my leg well, and like the material is awesome. My friend growing up lived in California and always had like such cool surf style and kind of skater boy like style, and he would wear these, and so they always stuck with me. They're like my favorite pants. This is a Braun shaver. I have the most disgusting facial hair of all time. This is great because it gets like super close. It's not like I get like long facial hair. My dad, as long as he's been my dad, has had a beard, and that has not passed on to me in any way, in any sense. The best I'll get is like literally as long as head hair on my neck going down. It's like truly disgusting. But I started using this on set last year. The charge lasts like forever on it, which is awesome, especially if you're traveling. I've gotten a lot of mileage off of it, for sure. These are my 10 essentials. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I've ever seen the show where someone puts like their anxiety medication and a Columbo box set in the same episode, which is deranged. So, you know, I hope you get a kick out of it.